Hello and welcome. In this video, let us learn about two-dimensional lists. Alright. Now, we can also create 2D tuples and 2D sets. But I will take the example of 2D lists to explain you the concept of collections. Alright. Now, a 2D list is just a list of lists. Okay? It is really helpful if we ever need a grid or a matrix of data. Okay? So let me go ahead and teach you the concept. So here I have created three lists. One for meat, one for fruits and one for vegetables. These three lists are 1D lists, meaning one-dimensional lists. Okay? To create a two-dimensional list, we have to begin by creating a one-dimensional list. Alright? Now, let me create a new list by the name groceries. And in this list, I will have these lists as elements. Alright. Okay. So this is now a two-dimensional list. Alright. Now, let me use a print function and print the first item from this list using the index number. Okay. When I run this, I get fish as the output. Here, if I say vegetables and if I say 1, I will get potato. And if I say vegetables 2, I will get an error because it is out of range. There is no item in the index number 2. Right? So this is how we access list elements, and you know this. Right? Now, if I print fruits, I will get a list of fruits, the one that I stored. Correct? But now, if I print groceries, I will get a list of lists. Here you can see we have the starting bracket and ending bracket, and inside it we have three lists. So this is a list of lists, and this is a two-dimensional list. Okay. Now, the way we access the elements of this list is different when compared to the way we access the elements of this list. Okay. Let me clear this, and here let me have 0 and let me run the program. And now you get fish, chicken and prawn. This is because in this list groceries, the element which is in the first index number 0 is meat, and meat is a list, and the list is this. And so when we try to print the element at 0 index number, we get this printed out. Okay. If we say 1, then we print banana, apple, orange and grapes. This is because in first index number we have fruits, and fruits itself is a list, which is this. Alright. So this is what happens if we use only one value here. Okay. So what do we do, or what should we do if we have to access chicken? Or what should we type if we have to access orange in this 2D list? Let me take the help of this Excel sheet and explain you. Here we have the elements of the first list, and here we have the elements of the second list, and these two are the elements of the third list. Now if I want to access chicken, then I need to know the row value, row index number, and the column index number. Okay. So in this Excel sheet, chicken is in the cell 1B. Correct? Orange is in the cell 2C. Potato is in the cell 3B. And nothing is in the cell 3C. Correct? In the same way, we have index numbers for rows and columns. Alright, I would like to call it as rows and columns. So if I want to access chicken, then I will have to use 0 and 1. When I use 0, I will be selecting the row, and the row is of the list meat, and in the 0th row, or in this row, chicken is at the index number 1. So I need to use 0 and 1 to access chicken. Okay. So I will come back here, and here I will have one more set of brackets inside which I will have 0. So 0 and 1. Alright. Now when I run this, I get chicken as the output. Okay. 0 and 1. This is because when I use 0 here, the first list will be selected, and when I use 1 here, the element in the index number 1 from this list will be selected, which is chicken, and so chicken will be printed out. Okay. If I want to access potato, or if I want to print potato, I need to access 3B. If I come to this, then it is 2, 1. Okay. This is how the table will be in reality. This is just to explain you the concept. Okay. So if I want to access potato, I need to use 2, 1. Alright. Not 1, 2. 1, 2 will be this and this orange. It is 2, 1. Row and column. Okay. So potato is at 2, 1. So here I will say 2 and 1. When I run this, I get potato. Okay. If I have 2, 3, I will get an error because there is no item at 2, 3. Okay. 2, 3. There is no item at 2, 3. So it is out of range. Alright. So this is how we access the values from a 2D list. Okay. Now let me delete this. Now if I want to change apple to berry, then I will have to say fruits and the index number of apple, which is 1, is equal to berries, right? Now when I print fruits, I will get the list with berries instead of apple, right? In the same way, if I want to change apple to berry from this 2D list, then I will have to use 1 and 1. Okay, so here I will say groceries and 1 and 1. Now when we print groceries, we would get a list of lists with berries instead of apple. Alright, let me clear this and let me delete this. If we ever need to iterate over the elements of a 2D list, then we can use nested loops. Alright. So here I will say for category in groceries, print category. Okay. Now when I run this, I get 3 lists as the output. This is because in each iteration, a list will be stored in this variable category and will be printed out. In the first iteration, meat will be stored in category and will be printed out. What is meat? It is this list, and so we have this output. In the second iteration, fruits will be stored in category and will be printed out. In the third iteration, vegetables, which is nothing but a list, will be stored in category and it will be printed out. Okay. So this is what we get if we use single for loop. If we want to print each element out, then we need to have one more for loop inside this for loop. So here I will say for item in category print item. Okay. Now when I run this, I get each item from the lists printed out. Okay. So using nested loop, we can print all the elements. Alright. So this is about 2-dimensional lists. Okay. In the same way, we can have all these variations. We can have list of tuples, list of sets, tuple of lists, tuple of tuples, tuple of sets, set of tuples. Set of sets is invalid. Set of lists is also invalid. So we cannot have these two. Apart from these two, we can have all these, and the concept remains same. All right.